Angel Escobedo in Indiana. Moran off to a nice start, 7-1. There's Caelan Riley, the redshirt sophomore out of Libertyville, Illinois. Two-time state finalist. Looking for his first dual meet victory. Fan Fest here in Indianapolis. Big Ten party. Here's Jacob Moran. Really good start, 7-1. He's 4-0 in duels. Had a wild match with Suleiman Ba of Columbia. He won it 19-16 in sudden victory. Talk about exhausting the scoreboard. That's lighting it up.
Exhausting the scoreboard. That's going to be the new one.
Quick shot right out of the whistle from Caelan Riley. Defended there, Shin Whizzer. Or that's Moran, rather, looking to finish on a single leg.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job to get to the far ankle right there. He'll collect the three-point takedown.
That's his signature. He does a really nice job getting in position and attacking to his right side. Nice job, good finish.
15 seconds in, Moran up 3-0.
Work to stay in there. Get moving right away. Good set.
You talked in the open, Tim, about Illinois and their red shirts,
cover.
but the same can be said with Indiana.
Yeah, this is an important one for them. Moran, when you have a 125-pounder that can start you out with a spark, there's nothing like it.
Moran from Portage, Indiana, two-time high school state champion. Riley works to his feet, and the escape. And he's on the board, 3-1 score.
Nice job. It basically went right into that snap, followed it up with a shot. There's Moran. And
Russell center.
Riley fought that off pretty well here. Circling back out. You see that Moran's kind of stalking him a little bit, not letting him come out. Now Riley answers with a shot of his own here. Got to free up that right ankle. That right ankle's controlled right there. You can see Moran has a pretty good grip on it right there. Coming over the top, kind of 2-on-1 on the ankle right there.
We've been talking about it, Jim, for a decade. Your New York Times bestseller as a coach, protect your ankles.
I tell you what, it's tough with these 25-pounders. You know, they're so, their feet are moving. It's really difficult to get the scores, and so you really have to go low. A lot of down blocking here, counter shots there with these weight classes with these small, quick guys.
Riley in his second season in Champaign. Began his college career at the Citadel.
Action, man, keep it going.
Solid transfer here, Tim, for Mike Poeta.
Yeah, this wasn't necessarily part of the plan. You can't write the entire script, but Riley has done a good job, and he just needs to feel like he belongs. And right now he's up against a guy that absolutely believes he belongs. Moran, he's had a good start, like you said. Got third at the Navy Classic and went 2-1 with Caleb Smith from Nebraska. So the guy is right there.
You know what I see from the two guys right now, I see Moran much more calm in his stance, whereas Riley kind of has a pattern of movement. He kind of keeps his feet shuffling and all that stuff. But Moran a little more calm. He's doing a better job of maybe stalking and controlling the inside, and Riley kind of dancing around out there. It's just kind of almost a habit there that his feet are working, and he has been able to get in on shots, but you want to be able to go ahead and drive through on these guys. Not quite seeing his offense yet.
Inside of 30 seconds, Moran with a takedown 15 seconds in. Here's a front headlock position for Riley.
See the right hand posted on the mat right there. Opposite foot up, so it's really easy for Moran to get to his feet from that position.
Good position, Caelan. Good position.
Final 10
got blood,
seconds.
Mike. We're going to clean it up after this. Yeah, it's a good idea.
And Moran takes a 3-1 lead to the seconds. Head coach of Illinois is Mike Poeta. They're in his fourth season as an athlete in that Illinois singlet, three-time All-American, two-time MCA finalist, captured 2 Big Ten titles. Part of that Illinois team that won the Big Ten team title in 2005.
Yeah, Coach Mark Johnson, the head coach there, first time they won a Big Ten championship since the early 50s, and they just had a reunion in that dinner theater event, and everybody came back, and that was a great team, that 2005 Big Ten championship. Have a couple of seconds here. Mike Poeta also has a soft spot for Liberty Libertyville. I mean, Riley and Pacino, both from Libertyville, but Mike said that Caelan's dad was his high school coach at Highland Park.
Right on. Give me a pause, guys.
And Dale Eggert, the head coach at Libertyville, I think he won 500 matches. You know, five years ago, he's probably pushing towards 700. Great longtime high school coach at Libertyville.
And Riley wrestled in Mike Poetta's club before Mike came to Champaign to coach.
Out of those fingers.
Quick escape there by Jacob Moran, who began the period on bottom. Those quick escapes, we talk about it every broadcast, part of the equation in winning tough matches.
Yeah, Moran just got to his feet there, was able to cover the hands and just kind of walked out of that position. So, you know, that's the one thing about that three-point takedown. The spread between, there's an opportunity for Riley to get back in the match with a go-behind, but fought off pretty well. I've just been impressed with Moran's ability to basically control the center of the mat. You know, he's got Riley with his rear end at the edge.
Now work here, man. Let's go.
Tim, you mentioned that venue there at Illinois.
So that
was that during a football game or a tailgating type?
No, but it's a tent that's used for football games, and it was empty, and they decided to make a dinner theater out of it. So they had a dinner theater, then had a comedian and a program, and then they all gathered around and saw the meet. It was very unique.
Yeah, I like that. You know, that's one thing that wrestling, these great wrestling minds are promoting, and you've seen it, Shane, in some of the venues that you've done your work at. It's just like coaches are coming up with creative ways to be able to showcase their product.
Make it an event.
Well, and Jim, you were at one, the Illinois, Missouri last year in the theater, downtown theater, which was really classy in St. Louis when Missouri hosted.
Yeah, all the fans kind of had one look at it, and that's kind of what we've got the potential of brewing here with this event here. And really applaud both coaches for really being open and wanting to go ahead and start something like this. And I think it's going to work.
4-1 score, final 10 seconds, second period. Caelan Riley, first place at the Journeyman Classic this season, that wrestled in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. As I said, 3-4 on the season. And speaking of that dinner theater, here's a look. You were there, Tim?
Yeah, it was very unique, and it was freezing outside, but they had it warm inside, and so it was an environment that I'd never been in before, and it worked.
Two quality teams there. That big win for Illinois, knocking off Missouri, and a little fine dining going on there.
Illinois 5-0 on the season. Wins over Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, Binghamton, Arizona State, Missouri, and most recently against North Carolina. Good return there from Jacob Moran, who was up by 3, building his riding time as it approaches 30 seconds.
What's interesting here about this position, and this is really, everybody thinks, well, you go attack that bottom leg. I'm a real big believer that you go all the way over to the right side. Try to beat that right leg right there, because that leg that Moran has in right there, he's using it like a hand. He's really kind of got a locked hand situation right there, able to grab his own ankle and keep it tight around the waist, and able to keep his hips up in the top position. So this worked really well for him, getting some riding time.
Riding time now over 60 seconds for Moran. Moran redshirting last season.
Now improvement.
Wrestled at the Big Ten Championships for Indiana from 2021 through 2023, so he's a veteran. And going to work on that near side, has that near wrist, the ankle is scooped up.
And you see that near wrist right there. When you have those elbows out like that, the wrist in, it's just really easy to go ahead and control a man from that position. Moran doing a nice job of staying off of his knees there, a lot of forward pressure.
Tim, you mentioned Caleb Smith. Smith is ranked number 2 in the country. Matt Ramos ranked 3rd in the country for Purdue. 125, good weight class, 3 guys in the Big Ten ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, and Jacob Moran right in there. I mean, he's shown, and Jim has mentioned it, how calm and collected he is. He's very confident, keeps good position in every area.
Stay set.
That ride there is something that's going to work on a lot of good people.
And then when you have Coach Escobedo in the room, a national champion, and the kind of tradition at 125 that they have in Indiana, it doesn't hurt from the motivation.
Improve it. See this lock right here. See how he's got the left leg over the top of the left ankle right there? And this is the way, that quad pod stand-up, you see that quite a bit. I like when guys go ahead and come over the top right there.
Red!
sag down on it. I know he's going to give him a stall call, but it's just like that. It's just
one green escape.
Doesn't want to necessarily give up anything right there. Be susceptible to a late takedown, but good match by Moran.
With the riding time point 5-2 for Jacob Moran of Indiana. Improves to 8-1 on the season, 5-0 in dual meets, the 23rd ranked 125-pounder in the country. Moran puts the Hoosiers on the board as Indiana now leads it 3-0.